All right. I think we are live in both places. Microphone should be working. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm going to pin some of the stuff that we're using. I'm going to just go ahead and pin this trimmer that we're going to get started with. So today we're going to do a skin fade, and we're going to make it kind of high. And we'll walk you guys through the process here. So his hair hasn't grown out like a crazy amount since his last haircut. In fact, I don't even think we got to do a whole lot right here, to be honest, bro, because it's kind of good right there. So I'm thinking we're going to get the blend done a little bit lower and blend it into what he has there. And then we're going to do a hard part as well. So we will be starting this thing off with our X-Seed clipper. And we are currently live on both YouTube and TikTok. So for those of you guys on YouTube, I'm sorry. I've been kind of working on TikTok a little bit lately. And that's kind of the nature of the beast. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go up to just at the top of his vertical bar. We're going to put our line in with our X-Seed trimmer. The only reason I like using this, guys, is it has a ton of power. And we already got 22 people joining us from TikTok. My YouTube people, man, let me know if you guys can hear me all right. Let me know if everything's looking good. We've made a lot of adjustments to the studio over the last couple of days. And finally, I feel like I might actually have it done correct. So I'm kind of excited because I get to deliver some really good quality back to the YouTube channel. And, before we even really get started too much, I do want to thank one of my sponsors, Booked In. You guys can head over to bookedin.com/Eddie. Redeem your offer for 50% off your first 3 months. They're my scheduling software. They allow me to do content like this. They support the channel. And I've actually been using their software now for, God, it's got to be over like 5 or 6 years. So if you're looking for a good software to book your clients, I'd encourage you guys to check that out. 200 people on the TikTok. Let's go. So all we're doing, guys, is we're coming up to the top of this line, and we're going to flick up and out once we get up there. We want to soften that up a little bit. Feel free to ask any questions along the way, and that's why we got these 2 camera views here, so that hopefully we got something in focus here. What brand I'm using, this is the Gamma X-Seed, and you guys can see them in my links down below, but if you guys use the code Live67 with Stylecraft, you can save some money. But actually, for those of you guys on TikTok, I have pinned everything, and sometimes things are even cheaper on TikTok. So like on TikTok Shop right now, you guys can get the shaver I'm about to use, which is like a $200 shaver. You guys could get it for like, I think $138. Now on another note, it's kind of funny. I seen there was this morning, I was about to buy this like, it's like a power bank for your phone that keeps your phone running longer. And I seen it was like $130, and then I went to TikTok and I got it for $8. So, I mean, sometimes the better price really is on TikTok Shop, and I think it was the first product I have ever actually bought on TikTok. So that was kind of neat. Once we got this fully cut, the length here is actually 5 zeros. So as you guys can see, it's going to be a fairly high skin fade. If you guys had to caption this cut, what are you calling it? You know what I'm getting at, Dennis. Last time we went live with Dennis, we had some really funny comments, guys. Okay, so this is the shaver here that I was talking about, and this is the X-Seed from Stylecraft. I'll unpin this one over here on TikTok, and I'm going to give you guys a different one here to show you. These are being sold for $134, which is crazy. So those of you guys who are on YouTube, if you want to jump over on TikTok, there's like 200 of us over here. But YouTube, if you guys are on TikTok and you want to see a little more clearly with 2 cameras, a good microphone and everything like that, we go live on YouTube an awful lot as well. And we're trying to get the lives up to like 2 to 3 times a week. So what we're doing here, as we go up to the top of this line, you guys can see how fast this shaver is cutting, but we're going to flick up and out once we hit the top. So watch how quickly it'll do a whole section. Ready? You can hear the motor speeding up when it senses that resistance, and that's because of the type of motor that's in it. That thing cuts super close. This would be a great gift for really anybody who's got to shave every day too. It's pretty awesome for that. Here it's speeding up. There's 347 of y'all watching, which is pretty awesome. And my YouTube audience is slacking a little bit. We only got 13, but they're the best, or 17 people, but they're the best 17 subs I got. I think it's because I haven't been live on YouTube in a little while. I've been working at the TikTok stuff lately. So where we tapping in from? There's a lot of you guys watching, over 300 of y'all watching. Where we tapping in from? What's the weather like? What's going on? And I just remembered I have a time-lapse camera on the top of my truck out front. I was time-lapsing the sunrise. I've been here since 5 a.m. We are in Naples, Florida. And the weather has been beautiful over these last couple of days. Not too hot. Okay, so once we're done, we want to have it fully shaved off. Everything is good, and we're going to go into our next steps here. So this would be phase one. That's what I call this. In phase one, it's just removing all the bulk. And we want to get that done quickly. And then we go into phase two, which would be clipper over comb, but because his hair is so short on top, we don't really have anything to clipper over comb. Phase three would be cutting the top, which we could cut the top right now, just a little bit. And especially for y'all on TikTok, I've been dropping a lot of shear content lately. The last couple of videos talking about how to use your shears a little bit better. So maybe we will clean this up, but we really don't need to take a whole lot here. So, and this is honestly the perfect example because there's not a lot of shear work here because we are going to do a hard part on this side. So I'll show you guys real quickly. We're going to lift this up in the center, and this is a Mohawk guideline. It is a little longer than I thought actually. And we're going to follow that Mohawk guideline back. This will be super easy for you guys to follow. So basically we have this cut about in the center with a Mohawk. And now we're going to work our way off of each side. Let me adjust my TikTok folk. Get y'all over here a little more so you can see it. And we're going to pick it up. We can see our guideline. We can see what we got to cut. And we're just going to cut off to the edge here. Now, I like to actually point cut this with the shears facing this way because it's going to help the hair lay this way. So you can see my guide and I can see what I got to cut. The other thing that's cool about using this technique is you can actually see two guidelines here. So I have my guideline that's stationary, but I also have one that's traveling that's right there. So if I tuck my shears this way, we get the hair to flow. Hair pushes hair, so whichever way the tips of the shears are facing, that's gonna cause that to lay a little nicer. Now, one thing I've noticed about any of the hard parts, a lot of times people leave the hair in this area really long because they say it helps it lay over. It actually doesn't. What it does is it makes it look really long there because it is, and there's no reason for that. So I'll show you guys the reason why people do this is because they're not actually lifting it up to 90 degrees. So 90 degrees just means straight off from the side of the head. And you guys can see there's long hair there that I can cut. It's not going to affect the way he's able to style it at all. And we'll be live for a couple of cuts, guys. I'm going to plan on just like keeping it rolling here. On YouTube, my cameras will eventually die, but on TikTok, we're just going to keep it rolling for a while. We'll do at least 2 live and maybe 3, depends. But I know my next customer is going to be cool with it, so we're going to keep it rolling. So yeah, that product right there that you guys see pinned on TikTok, it's a killer product, and I use it every day. And if you guys want to pick it up for only $130, it was originally a $220 machine. So let's go ahead and let's start fading. Now we've done phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. So we're gonna go, and guys, I haven't even made it sale on TikTok ever yet. So it'd be my first one. If somebody scoops it, we'd really appreciate it. I want to prove that my live studio is working and producing so that I can continue making cool content like this. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start to fade this out. And I'm going to use two different machines. The first one I'm going to use is the Sabre 2. Personal favorite clipper. If I'm going to a deserted island and I'm not bringing anything else, I'm bringing the Sabre 2 for sure. And if I could find room in my suitcase on that deserted island, I would also like one with a curved blade here. We're going to open it up, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to start. Hey, it's about time some of the haters found me on TikTok, yo. I appreciate you. He said, you're messing his shit up, bro, which is great.
Someone else had to run.
Yep. Said, speak up, bro. He's messing your shit up. So some people think that we just wave a magic wand and the haircut is complete. What's up, dog? That's not how it works. Obviously, there's a process. We're following that process. And I'll tell you what I always tell people on YouTube when they start talking like that. I'll collect my apology at the end of the haircut. So all we're doing, guys, is we're setting in a guideline. It's about the width of a finger. And we're going to work that process all the way around the side of the head. We have a lot of products pinned. Every product that I'm using, I do have pinned. And every product that I'm using on YouTube, also I have it linked down below. If you guys would prefer to go directly to Stylecraft, you guys can use the code LIVE67. And you'll save some money off your order there as well. So, now that we got this guideline a lot more faint, we have an option. We can start working on the top one or we can start working on the bottom one. Really don't make a difference which way you go. I personally usually like to kind of address the top because the bottom is going to be super easy to remove. And I could also switch clippers now because this curved blade really helps me soften. It really helps me detail. But I want to be able to get a little bit closer with my guard work. So I'm going to be using the one with the flat blade, which is the Sabre 2. And that's going to let me to go. ABS in April. There you go. I don't think I'm going to ABS, guys. I got told that I'm only doing one show this year. And it's going to be the Orlando premiere show. That could change. I wish I was going to ABS. I've been there, I think, the past 3 years. But with the TSA situation right now, I'm not really that mad about it either. It's kind of a cluster to be traveling right now. So you guys can see, I always start this with 2 clicks open. That's 1, 2. I close it all the way and click it back 2. And as you guys can see, that's already kind of got a lot of that upper line to diminish some. And we'll close it all the way now. And we got 122 people over here on TikTok, about 20 on YouTube. Appreciate all of you guys. Double tap the center of the screen. Let me know that you guys are enjoying the content. It helps the lives get pushed out to more people. It helps it grow. And like I said, guys, I haven't really been doing a whole lot on YouTube lately, but I'm on my way coming back because it just took me a while to get the studio set. And I wanted to bring like the best possible content to you guys. So again, on this side, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to close it 2 clicks. And we're going to just work this little bit of a line, work that residual right out. Close it all the way now. Repeat the process. So now we're looking pretty good. And all we really got to do is remove that bottom line. And we'll get that out. He said, I will be missed at Chicago. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. We will be doing, I think, 2 classes, too, in Orlando premiere. As far as classes go, I don't know what would happen, but if I wanted to make a class happen, I would have to do it on my own. All right, we're going to close it all the way here, and we're going to start to remove that bottom line, guys. And the way I'm going to do that, check this out. Imagine this brush here is the line, right? I'm going to poke into the line just a little bit with the teeth, with a couple of teeth. So I'm just poking in with a couple of teeth, and that's the way we're going to remove this line. So 2,000 thumbs up nearly on TikTok. Appreciate you guys. We do have 4 thumbs up on YouTube. Oh, but that's all right, man. That's all right. We didn't schedule the live. Nobody knew it was happening on YouTube. We just clicked go and we went. So using just the corner of the blade, we'll go through, and now we're going to start to open our blade. For those of you guys who are maybe a little bit newer and don't know how the clipper works, as you open it, you push this lever down. It's going to leave the hair longer. As you close it, it's going to cut closer. So we're going to just go through little by little in these steps, opening it a tiny bit, paying attention to what the hair is doing. And there's also a barber tool that most people don't talk too much about, but the best barber tool you really have is your eyes. They tell you where you need to go, what you need to do next, and how to get it to all come out. And that's something that just takes some time to learn. You know, you got to go through some of the reps. And also, you know, getting a mannequin and practicing on a mannequin, there's no shame in that. Sometimes we don't even pick up a clipper and try to learn new skills. Appreciate you. I don't know what that is. I just got a flash go. Sometimes we don't even pick up the clipper and try to learn new skills because we're all just, you know, cutting the same guys every week. You're not really trying to grow. That's kind of an epidemic with barbers. I've noticed that cosmetologists, when they leave school, they know that it's going to be some continuing education. It's common in the industry of cosmetology to know that you're going to have to go and continue to grow your skill set if you want to remain competitive. Now, the truth is, barbering's the same thing, but a lot of barbers get kind of like, oh, I already know it all. There's nothing more I need to learn. I don't need to be challenged. I know everything there is to know. I'm getting by. But like really what you're doing is you're just getting by. You're not thriving. You got to get around some people who are doing things at a higher level than you sometimes. That'll energize you. That'll make you want to go to work. That'll make you want to kind of get better. And that's, you know, to me, that's what I always wanted to be. I never wanted to be somebody who was just getting by in mediocrity. I wanted to be like trying to grow my skill sets. And I don't sit here and pretend that I'm the greatest barber in the world. I might be pretty good, but I'm just trying to continue to get better, and I want to get around people who are doing things at a higher level than me. There's tons of people who are, and when I go to the shows, I come back home kind of energized, happy, ready to try some new things. Sometimes it's not even learning new techniques. Sometimes it's learning new strategies, you know, with clients, raising your prices, whatever you're going to do, adding more services. There's a million things you can do, and if you keep your eyes closed to it, you're not going to do any of it. When I'm done with this section here, I'm going to look at the very bottom and try to see if I can find anything that has not come out correctly. We still have a half guard to get to, and then we're already almost done with some of the blend. We'll go back and we'll detail with our clipper that we used first, which was the Rain. So I've been up in the shop, guys, since 5:30 in the morning, making it happen, getting things ready for you guys. So and if you guys want like a more pleasing view, you guys can check it out, YouTube Barber Academy at YouTube as well. And you'll see we actually have 2 cameras, a lot more detail, and a lot better, you know, microphone and everything like that. I wish TikTok would let us run this live through software like this. That'd be really cool, but I'm learning TikTok, guys. This is my sixth live on TikTok ever. And we've been averaging around like 9,000 views, which I think is pretty good, given that my channel is fairly new on TikTok. But YouTube, we have almost 200,000 subs. Nah, I ain't read it. Something shitty always. He said, oh, it's a haircut for a cop. It is. You guys spotted that one. Nothing gets past you. Should tell us the dumbest reason you've ever arrested somebody with no names. Are you allowed to do that or no?
I'm trying to think.
What is the dumbest arrest you've ever made in your life? There has to be some, but like nothing just comes like right out.
No.
All right, y'all in the chat. What's the dumbest thing you've ever been arrested for? Drop it in the comments right now.
We had a guy walk up to us at a gas station, and he had a warrant. That's pretty much the dumbest reason I arrested somebody.
Wait, how'd you know you had a warrant? He told you?
Yeah, he came up to me and said, hey, I have a warrant. I was like, you do? He's like, yeah. So he gave me like, yeah, man, he had a warrant. I was like, all right, let's go.
What was he trying to like?
I have no clue, dude.
He was just tired of running from the warrant, maybe?
Maybe.
When he seen you and he was just like, you know what? Let's go deal with this.
Yeah, maybe he found God. Who knows? But he just came
He found God.
He was like, I got a warrant. I was like, okay.
He found God. Well, stranger things have happened, right?
Yeah.
All right. This dude's like seriously tall, though. How tall are you?
6'4".
7'4"?
No, 6'4".
Yeah, on the internet, he's 7'4". I'm trying to see if I got this other view in here. Okay, we're going to cut the hard part. He likes the hard part, obviously. So we're going to make this line right here. I'm just kind of following up with the cut. way it was before. Love these liners. They make really good lines. I got nothing to complain about with how these perform. These are the Rain trimmers. And honestly, guys, those of you guys who are barbers in the chat know that this process right here of doing the hard part is kind of a spot where a lot of trimmers are going to struggle. So when you see a trimmer that can just go in there and knock out a line that easily, you know you got something going on. You got something that's working well. And I love the Rain because it's like tiny. It's real tiny, and whenever I'm doing designs or anything like that, I just feel like I got a good grip on it. And if you guys have never checked it out, it's got a digital brushless motor. It works awesome, and it's super light. I don't like when my trimmers are like huge. Some trimmers that are out there are really big, and they could be pretty good for like doing lineups. Like if it's heavier, if it's, you know, maybe it steadies your hand a little bit. But personally, that's not my style. I like it to be like lighter, more ergonomic. So I could pretty much use this one all day long if I wanted to. I always work with two. So this one I have super zero gap. This is my Saber 2. And my Rain, I have it set back just a touch. So that way I got the best of both worlds for both blending and anything else I might find myself doing. So we're going to do now, one thing I'm going to show you guys about hard parts that drives those who wear the hard parts nuts is little hairs that stick out right on that line. So I'll show you guys how I like to deal with that. And to get the hair to lay over a little nicer, we're going to throw a little bit of product in here just so it looks fresh. It's not going to bother you for golf either because this is a matte pomade. So we're going to use a Statement. That's the one I'm using here. Let me get y'all back here a little bit so you can see a little bit better. So we got a little bit of Statement here. We're going to break it up in our hands. And we'll just get this to lay over a little nicer so that when I go back and try to clean up that hard part, we'll clean up the rest of the haircut. Everything's going to work smooth and look good the way it's supposed to be styled. This is another thing that a lot of barbers don't do, and I don't know why, but a lot of barbers don't style their hair before they let the client leave. And if you don't, sometimes you don't know if you've actually made a mistake. Sometimes you'll go back in and you'll make an adjustment to your haircut. A lot of times you got to do that. So now what we're going to do here, people at TikTok can kind of see it a little bit better if I do it like this. We're going to go really close to that line. I realize I'm standing in some of my YouTube view here. We're going to go kind of close to that line, and we can hold that down with our comb. And I want to get any hairs that are sticking out gone, especially up here by the top. And I'll show you another little trick that I'll use for that as well. But sometimes you got to get the clipper to face a couple of different ways, different directions, and make sure that you get all those little hairs that ain't cooperating. And I'll bring you guys in for a closer look so you can see the blend once we're done. We got a tiny bit more work we're going to do to clean that up. Before we do any of that, we're going to grab a razor. I've linked some razors below for those of you guys on TikTok. You guys can see them in the showcase, but a lot of people don't know this, but when barbers are doing your hair, they're usually using these double-edged razors, which are actually they're super cheap. You can get like 100 of them for $9 or less sometimes. You split these in half, right? And this is what they look like. Right, and you're only going to use half of it. If you're using these on your own, I don't know why more people don't do this. Some of y'all are like Dollar Shave Club, where you're paying all kind of money for Gillettes or whatever else. But once you split them in half and you get them in your razor, if you're using this personally, you can do this several times before you need a new razor. So it's pretty economical, really, when you think about it. And we're going to take a little bit of shave gel, put it on the back of my hand here. Come on, level 3. What we doing here? Oh, here it goes. It's coming. Boom. We got a little bit clear shave gel so that the razor will slide good. I'm going to work it into the hard part and everywhere else I plan on shaving here in the front. So this is actually considered phase 5. We're going to hold our razor like this. 3 fingers over the top. and I'm going to find some ways to anchor. So I'm going to usually anchor with my fingertips somewhere, and my left hand will be placed on the top of his head. And the reason why we do this is because we can anticipate if a client's going to move. If you're doing this on a kid, anything like that, you don't want to cut nobody, so you want to be able to anticipate if they're going to move. So we'll come here and we'll clean up the vertical bar. Get our lines nice and square. Now he doesn't have any hair down low because I used the electric shaver, but we're going to make sure we get probably our eyebrows done up a little bit too. Get you guys over here a little bit more. Appreciate all the thumbs up, guys. We are up to 9,000 thumbs up over on TikTok and 5 thumbs up on YouTube, but your YouTube feed looks so much cleaner. Oh well, I'll get my YouTube guys back. Appreciate y'all on YouTube. 13 of y'all watching, and the 5 thumbs up. A lot of work to go through for 5 thumbs up, but we're gonna keep on doing it. So here we go. We're gonna clean up the hard part here. And actually tip you a little bit more and down this way. We'll start here in the bottom. We're just gonna go little by little here. This is where you really gotta anchor well, and using that shave gel is pretty helpful. It's kind of nice when you only do a little bit at a time, because then you don't have to push a whole lot of hair with the razor. I'm just using like the heel of the razor to kind of dig out the line. Now if I take y'all over here, you guys can sort of see what's going on. Line's nice and clean. Somebody said a hard part should always be even with the middle of the eyebrow. Yeah, that's just not true. That's what people who don't cut hair say. People come in with a variety of different situations and scenarios. I mean, people wear their hair however the hell they want. Some people like their hard part all the way over there. Some people like it a little bit closer. I mean, it's has nothing to do with me, guys. I don't care. I cut the hair.
No, this is all you, man.
They come in. Bullshit, you came in with half your head shaved. I knew I was going to get a little flack for it, but then again, I'm not really worried about it. I already knew that. That's why I did the other side like this. Yeah, we're going to go around the ears with the razor. Make sure we get any hair that we didn't get with our electric shaver because it's so close to the ear. And then we're going to take a little bit of cream here on the back. Before I do that, just try to knock some of that hair off of them. A little bit of backhand work, just anywhere that you got to shape it on the neck. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can try to get it in there. If you're right-handed, generally you'll be using a backhanded stroke right there. All right, we're coming together here, guys. Next customer will be here shortly, and we're going to keep the live rocking and rolling. You guys know who it is. It's my boy Ethan. Thick head of hair he's got. So do you, though. Should tell him about that eye thing with the DUI, Dennis. Is that proprietary knowledge? All right, guys, we're going to clean up the center of his eyebrows a little bit. I don't always use cream to do it, but sometimes I do it. He said, good military cut. Appreciate you. Speaking of that, re-enlisting Cisco?
No, he's too fat.
He ain't too fat. He got skinny, didn't he?
Skinny like an elephant, I guess. No, he's got the disability.
They might draft you, though. You'd be a good soldier.
I I thought you mentioned the other day to my wife.
Would you go?
I would go right now.
Right. Hey, they just raised the enlistment age to 42. Shit, even I'm eligible now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Miss you too, baby.
Was I kidding?
Yeah. The guys back here, I got the whole studio going back here, but now I'm kind of away from all the guys. Alrighty. Now, when I was telling you guys earlier in my content in TikTok, I was talking about trying to get your haircut like 85 to 90% done, where you didn't waste any time, as you guys could see. I got through this and didn't really waste much time. I think we've only been live for 30 minutes and me chit-chatting and everything else. I got the haircut done pretty quick. But now we'll go back and we'll detail a little bit. Usually I'm going to use like a little bit of a light to see if there's any hairs that I can get even. And that's when I'm going to pick up my curved blade. And this is where this is really going to be helpful here, because when I'm detailing with this blade, you're not going to make mistakes with this. So this is a super easy way to adjust any of your hair that isn't perfectly blended and really just get everything to dial in really nicely. And I'll bring you guys in here with the cell phone camera. Here, let me see if I can figure out how to flip this, because TikTok's kind of a pain. He goes, I just saw you on YouTube. Yes, we are live on YouTube and TikTok at the same time. I'm going to unpin this. This product is only $136, guys. Y'all should consider scooping that. Let me flip this camera here and see if you guys can see this a little better if I turn the light back on. But yeah, that's what we're working on now. So now, it's kind of tough. I'm going to try to find a way to hold the camera at the same time. And we'll just go through and we'll do some little detailing. Looking for little light spots. And there's basically about 4 different ways that we can manipulate the clipper. And I'll show them all 4 to you. So 1, we can tip the clipper out a little bit, which will allow us to get into some of the higher areas if you see something up here. 2, we can just use a corner. 3, we can hold it flat. And 4, you can tip it out and use the corner at the same time. And even get really almost vertical with it as you go through and you finesse your blend. But you guys can see the haircut that that guy was saying that I fucked him up earlier. I just want to collect my apology right now, because you know this shit look fresh. So smash the thumbs up for the haters. One time for the haters. But this blade really makes blending this stuff out super easy. So I'm gonna flip the camera back, because I'll be honest with y'all, it's a pain. It's a pain to hold the camera and the stand at the same time. And somebody said, that's a high fade. And I say to you, nothing gets past you, sir. I said that the other day at Dennis at this golf course, right? I'm going in there to play golf. Now I got my clubs in the back. I'm dressed like a golfer. And at the time I didn't have my tonneau cover on the truck. So he looks at the back, he goes, you look like you're going to play golf. And I said, nothing gets past you, man. And dude, he laughed his ass off. He did not expect me to say that. But I'll tell you guys, like towards the end of your haircut, using this really helps you get all your details the way you want them. It really helps you get it dialed in and correct. And anything you want to do with this blade, it's crazy how you can just push into certain sections with this blade, and it just does not create issues. Now, if I was using a standard fade blade, I'd be poking all kind of holes in the blend. It's not soft. It's going to cut better at the lower lengths, but when I'm just trying to detail here, this is it, man. It really just doesn't get no better than this. And if I'm not explaining myself, I'm running through these details super quick, and this doesn't really take me that long. Appreciate all y'all giving me some good feedback there on TikTok. I appreciate that. Like I said, I collect my apology. What's up, dude?
Brother, how are you?
I told that guy earlier, I said I would collect my apology at the end of the haircut. Okay, I'm going to put a flat blade clipper on here just to go back to my half guard a little bit. And this one little section that I didn't get perfect. which I told you guys, towards the beginning of all my haircuts, I'm not worried about perfection. I like to perfect everything, towards the end. And what this does for me is this stops me from getting kind of mired into a spot and wasting a bunch of time where I really don't need to. And then a lot of times when you go back to a spot that you're struggling on, a lot of times you knock it out almost right away because you can, your brain is just functioning better. Sometimes you get so hole blind. Yeah, you get a fresh perspective. That's a great way to put it. Sometimes you just got to leave that spot alone that you're struggling with, go work on the rest of the haircut, and then come back. And if you got anything at the very bottom skin lines, like any actual lines that are not dark spots, that's usually when you want to have a flat blade. If there's an actual line, you want to have a blade that's flat. If it's not a line, but it's more of a dark spot, then you want to actually have a taper blade in your hand. This is one of those things took me a long time to learn, guys. I'm sharing it with you now, and I might be speaking like it's common knowledge, but trust me, it is not common knowledge. A lot of people don't do this the right way. So he said, what's the best clipper to use for lines right now? That would be the Saber 2. Okay, so check this out, guys. I'm going to do the last little trick that I know with the hard parts here. I'm going to lay my shears right in here on the line, and I'm going to cut any of these little hairs that are attempting to stick out and not make my line good. So just angle in the tips of the shears. And then right here, I'm going to use the inside of the shear because you're much less likely to mess something up. And I'm going to make sure that there's no little hairs just sticking out right here. I don't want that. He don't want that. And that's going to be the first thing that grows back, whether we want it or not. So I try to make sure I do a good job of this process now so that when he gets to wear it, he can wear it for a little bit longer before he has any issues or has to do anything. So that is the cut. That is cut number 1 of the day. Stick around for cut number 2. It's about to walk in here any minute. And we're going to just keep this thing rolling. I'll clean up all my stuff. If you guys got any questions about any of the tools, I'm going to check both comments right now. Hey, for the dude who jumped into TikTok from YouTube, out of curiosity, which live feed looked better to you? Did it look better on TikTok or did it look better on YouTube? Just curious, trying to improve my process here. It's been so easy to just click live and go live on TikTok and this YouTube. We have like over $10,000 invested in the equipment to make this show look as good as it does over here. But from a viewer perspective, did it make much difference to you? Alrighty. Got you all set, my man. Appreciate you. Hang on, I'm gonna hit you with the aftershave real quick. Let me douse him up with the aftershave. He said, hey, I recognize that barber. Looking good. Set. Appreciate you.
I'll see you.
All right. I'll see you, bro. Take care. For sure. For sure. All right, y'all. Let's clean things up here. I'm going to throw that product back up on the screen because, like I said, guys, it's only $138. If you guys are looking for the most powerful shaver in the business, I mean, scoop this up. Scoop this up.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate all of you guys for jumping in here and joining me. And we're going to go through our stuff real quick. We're going to clean everything up for our next customer. So one of the first things we need to do is we're going to pop off this lid and we're going to blow dry it out. That's what your shaver is going to look like, guys. These things need to be super clean because if somebody's going to get ingrown hairs or anything like that, these are kind of the products that we need to make sure we keep clean. And shout out to Royal Capper, man. This company right here has sent me a whole package of stuff. This stuff works so good, man. It cleans and disinfects, but it also has silicone in it, so it helps your machines move a little bit better. So we like that. We're gonna let that sit for a little bit now. Get this ready for my next customer. He asked, do I like Stylecraft a lot? What do y'all think, man? Y'all know Stylecraft is my favorite. I just so you guys know, I have had a hand in making a lot of the products for Stylecraft. helping, I shouldn't say making myself, but helping provide feedback to all of their clippers, trimmers, and shavers. And some of this stuff took forever to get right, man. We, you know, in the beginning, we were trying to get a trimmer blade to work. We tried everything. They sent me more than probably 40 blades, and I'd always call them and say the same thing, like, it's good with this, it's not good with this, it's this, it's that. Well, now, when we came up with this blade here, which this blade is actually the X Pro, and this blade just works good for everything. So whether it's gray hair, curly hair, straight hair, every type of hair, this performs well with. So that's where things started to change, because like you want a trimmer blade that can do everything. Someone said I had problems with SE batteries. If you have, send it back. You got a 1-year warranty, but I've actually not had problems with any batteries. I actually cut hair most of the day yesterday. I still have 3 bars on this one. I just use this for removing bulk. The shaver, I haven't plugged that in probably at least 2 days of work. The clipper, this would be the clipper I probably use the most between the Saber and the Rain. These, you see, we got 1 bar. We got 1 bar gone. It's kind of hard to see because it's white. We got 1 bar gone on this. Didn't plug this in last night either. Probably should. But the one thing too is, guys, I don't leave my stuff charging for no reason. If I'm not cutting hair with it, I'm just going to leave it off the charger most of the time. Now, when it needs to be charged, I put it on. They charge super quick. So I think some of that too could be why. Get your ass out of here. He's trying to sneak into the live. Some of your battery degradation definitely can occur if you're with any machine, with any type of machine, if you just leave it on the charger constantly. I don't do it. This one here is 100% my favorite for detailing. You guys see this blade right here. Until you use it, you probably wouldn't even believe me. I'm going to show you guys a whole bunch of ways to remove lines on this next haircut. I see some YouTube comments coming in. I'm going to go check them out here in a second. I just want to finish spraying down the rest of my stuff here. So let's see what people are saying on the old tube of the YouTube. He said, how long have you been cutting hair? I've been cutting hair for about 23 years. What's that? 2003 is when I started. I actually cut hair when I was as little as 10 years old on some of my buddies. But I started cutting hair in a shop in 2003. Any tips for removing the guideline for the half guard? Yeah, the half guard can definitely fuck you up if you're not careful. And that's why I usually try to leave the half guard till a little bit later in the haircut. I don't know if you were here for that full haircut, but I kind of skipped most of the half guard situation until I got to the end of the haircut. That's when I do that, because the half guard can make or break your haircut. So that definitely is something we'll address that when this next customer comes in. Hopefully, don't call me. I don't want to mess up the live. That's the one thing about going live on Saturdays. Most of my clients don't call me because we have a scheduling software, so they can do everything online, and that's booked in, and it's awesome. But you know, you got some people that they try to be nice. They call you and be like, hey, I'm bringing you a coffee, or hey, I'm doing this or I'm doing that. You want something? So when they do that on the live, sometimes it throws the audio off. So now this trimmer here, because it's so small, I feel like I could just draw with it so good. I can do all kinds of, little holds that I can't really do with some of the bigger ones. If you look at these two, the Exceed's much bigger. It's a lot more powerful too. It's great for removing bulk, but I don't really like using this for anything else. I like using this when I'm trying to get specific, when I'm trying to get in there and get the details done. I'm so happy with how that feed looks on YouTube, guys. That thing looks super clean. Now we just got to get the audience back, because I was going live like all the time, and I'm not sure why. I think it's probably because I just jumped in a quick live and I didn't schedule anything. But he said my Rain clipper blade gets super hot and the stationary blade shifts. Got a question for you, man. Are you using the stretch bracket? The blade getting hot, that shouldn't happen if you're keeping it oiled. As long as it doesn't have no chip in it and your machine is clean, that really shouldn't happen. But if you've tried to put the stretch bracket on there, sometimes that can happen. And if you haven't, and you got a bracket that's messed up, I would send it back. That's not a super common issue, especially with the Rain. The Rain's a digital brushless motor. The RPMs are not super high, so it really shouldn't get hot on you unless something's getting dirty. So I appreciate the help. I've been cutting hair for 4 years. My cuts are decent. Looking for ways to improve as much as possible. That's what I'm talking about, man. I appreciate that in another individual, because that's me in a nutshell, guys. I'm trying to get better too. I don't look at myself as the person who's got it all figured out. I wake up in the morning and I try to figure it out. You know what I mean? And I'm like that with everything I do. I just want to try to grow and get better at everything I'm doing. And with that mind state, I have. If I look at some of my work from even last year, I think to myself, I can do better now. But if I wasn't putting myself in that mind state, I wouldn't be able to do stuff like that. When I'm in that mind state of like, I can get better, I can do better, I want to learn more, I get a lot more done that way. So happy with how that feed is looking. Guys, if you would have seen how my cameras were looking when I first got the studio set up the other day, you'd have been like, yo, that should look like trash. Trash. But now, now we're talking pretty good. Stay on my face, camera. Why you doing me like that, camera? Why you doing me like that? Hold up. Mr. Lumix down here, you don't want to cooperate. We'll see if I think I got this in my way a little bit. But yeah, the next customer should be here any minute, really. And if you guys got any questions about fading, haircutting, clippers, anything in general, I'm here for you, man. I'm here for you, and we're going to make it happen. We're going to go live for at least another hour or so today. And if you guys are on YouTube, you want to pick up anything you see here, you guys see the code LIVE67. You guys can use that with anything Stylecraft or Gamma related. But honestly, for those of you guys watching on YouTube, I would encourage you guys to probably look at these deals on TikTok. Like I said, dude, this morning, I considered buying an extra battery pack for something. It was like $130. I go on TikTok, I got it for $8. I mean, they got some killer deals over here sometimes. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, you guys go over to TikTok, you'll see the shaver that I use all the time, which is product number 9 for those of you guys over here. It's only $134. It was a $220 unit when it came out. And the fact that it's discounted this much is kind of crazy. Yo, hold up. I got to go grab my, I just thought about it. The sun's probably up, right? What time is it? Oh, 8:44. The sun is up. I'm going to grab my time-lapse camera. Hold up. Y'all got to check this out. Almost forgot about the time-lapse camera. I don't know if y'all can hear me on this microphone all the way out here, but I might have messed up the mic. All right. Hey, we back, guys. Probably lost all of you guys, but we're back. All right. So let's see if I could show you guys the time lapse from this morning. Be kind of tough because it's in this little tiny camera. But yo, watch this sun come up, y'all. Sun fixing to come up. Hold up. You see it moving too? Look at that. Sun coming up. Boom, right there on the barbershop. Kind of don't love the way this worked out. I wanted the sun to come up on the barbershop, and unfortunately it came up before it got to the barbershop. That's the thing about time lapses, man. You gotta do it the right way. but it still be pretty cool. Look at the, I literally had that outside on my truck all morning, and this thing still has, let's see how much battery we actually got left. We could do another 3-hour time lapse. I could just run it out there and see how it goes. I'm gonna go stick it up real quick. See how it goes.
You know what? I'm gonna order one for you right now. I have it ready for you. I need
What's
you
gonna do? Boom. We set it up. All right. This would be the stuff you'd be doing as a business owner. Getting in here at 5 a.m., getting everything done, still trying to do YouTube, TikTok, and all these fresh cuts, tutorials, everything. Then you got to clean the shop, get everything done, do the advertisement. I mean, it's sometimes it feels like a lot. Sometimes it feels like a lot. But when you finally get everything right, you finally get everything just right, and you get everything dialed in, it's a wonderful feeling. Let's see here real quick. Got my mouse here, see if we got any other stuff up in here that I didn't. He said raise the prices, was 30, give him 40. Nah, I raised the price. The price is not 30. He said I just subscribed to your channel, appreciate that. I left my barber 10 years ago because he raised the prices. It was 30 and I always gave him 40. He didn't say how high he raised it. What's the best clipper to use for lineups right now? I didn't even see that part. Like typically clippers, we wouldn't be doing lineups with clippers. We'd be doing lineups with a pair of trimmers. And there's a lot of trimmers out there. He said, let me get the haircut for a cop. He was a cop. I mean, it would be accurate for us to say, give me a haircut for a cop. It looks like he rode bikes in Target as a kid. And tips for removing guidelines. We're about to do that. We're about to give that. Your desire to teach is admirable. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Forgot we could actually drop these up here. Thank you guys so much. I know you're a Stylecraft ambassador, but how do you feel about the Wall Senior 2.0? I have not tried it. When I get my hands on it, I'll be happy to give you guys a fair and balanced review. I'm just going to be perfectly honest. I haven't really been impressed with the stuff that I'm seeing from Wall over the last couple of years. But for the good of everybody, really, if Wall got it right and it looks like it is a nice clipper and it works well, I'll be happy for the good of everybody. I wonder if my client is running late or not. I want to like chance a look, but I think I got him at 9. I want to say. I gotta chance a quick look because I don't want to let these cameras run forever. Yeah, he'll be here any minute. He'll be here any minute. His schedule's for 9. Usually they come a little early, you know what I mean? But sometimes they don't. So appreciate the 10 of y'all hanging out with the 9. Best click lever clippers for beginners. There's a lot of levers. There's a lot of clippers that have click levers now. Almost all of them except for Wall. I don't know if the Senior 2.0 might have clicks in it, which is kind of a testament to the fact that like Wall just didn't want to get on board with the click lever system. They literally could have been the first one to do it if they wanted to, but they didn't get on board with that right away. And now they see how many sales have been coming in from all of the levers with clicks that they wanted to jump on that. So they could have been innovators, they could have been leaders in that, and instead now they're kind of followers in that. But I would say for the click levers, for the new students, definitely very helpful. It's also helpful for me to communicate when I'm teaching. So I'm gonna show you guys this next haircut. I'll show you all the lever movement, everything that I do, and we'll get it right. We'll get it right. Hey, y'all want to do a quick fade scale? Well, I actually noticed that the camera is sitting over here. So check this out. All right, I'm gonna have to flip this camera because everything is gonna be not right. So all right, I'll flip it this way. Move it back a little bit. Hopefully you guys are not in the way. So if I was to do my haircut with a number 2 on top, right here. What blade, what guard could I take into this number 2 that would not create a line? And the answer, if I grab a clipper here, the answer is going to be a 1.5, but in the open position. I'm going to push this lever down. And this also has the click lever. They're super audible. See, buddy? So if I take that 1.5 in the open position, especially if I use some of that clipper manipulation we were talking about, I'm definitely not going to create a line between my 2 and my 1.5 open. Now, the next line, if I wanted to take that in there, I could just close this. I could do a 1.5 open, 1.5 close. You guys could see what's happening here. Then I can do a 1 open, a 1 closed. Then I can do a half open and a half closed, and all this stuff is going to start to come together. But one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is when we get around this number 1 down to skin, that's when the troubles are going to start. So what do we do when we get down to that area? Well, that's where you have to subdivide some of these steps here. I guess not. I'm sorry. I had the camera facing the wrong way. If you ask something, I'm going to flip it back around right now. Flip camera, and let's see what we got here. So, Doobie added number 9 to the cart. Appreciate you. And I'm not sure what somebody else was asking before they said they was out. But you're just not going to find a better price. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to find a better price on that shaver anywhere. That is kind of hard to believe that they're selling it for that cheap, because probably in all likelihood they're losing money on that. So he said, is there a certain RPM I should be looking for when buying clippers? Not really, not particularly. So one thing a lot of people don't really realize about RPM as it relates to clippers is RPM actually doesn't have anything to do with how powerful a clipper is. The number that companies don't publish is called torque. And torque is actually the number that indicates how strong a clipper really is. So if you look at some clippers, like for instance, this Rebel 2.0, this runs at like 7,200 RPMs, right? And this is a great clipper for a lot of people because it's a great middle of the road clipper. It's under $200 and it has a lot of power because the carbon motor in it, the carbon motor delivers more torque. So you don't need a high RPM. I'll show you guys something else to help drive this point home. So this is a detachable clipper. I use this a lot. But this detachable clipper is more powerful than anything else on my station. It has more torque than anything on my station. And these run at 3,200 RPMs. Now, if I pulled out a magnetic motor, which I don't have one here, but magnetic motors, they tend to bog down when they hit bulk. And they could be running at 10,000 RPMs. Let's go. What's up?
There's like 20 guys out there.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
I didn't even see that. I'm over here live doing YouTube, doing my thing. They said there's like 20 people out front. You already know we're on YouTube and we're on TikTok at the same time. We're already live. You already know what it is. So, all right, we're gonna shave his head bald, guys. Y'all ready? No.
Let's go.
What are we gonna do, bro? Last time you were getting a job interview last time, right?
I got the job.
Oh, congratulations,
I
bro.
got the job.
Congratulations.
Yesterday was my first Friday at the job.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh shoot, bro. He got the job interview, so don't make me do it. I got sound effects here somewhere. Where they at? Is it here? It is not here. I'm gonna find him now. Oh, there they go. What up?
Next appointment canceled, dog.
It did? It's not my appointment. Hang on, I gotta grab these over here. Now I got my sound effects over here. Hold up. Now we're ready, y'all. Hold up, let's hit the air horn, right? You got the job, y'all. Let's go.
Oh, that's great.
I gotta map the keys. We got the mouse over here. I'm trying to do it all, baby. I'm trying to do it all. I feel like a guy who's like a one-man band, got like 10 instruments, trying to play that thing.
You said we got Instagram and YouTube?
Yeah, we got Instagram and YouTube. So what we gonna do with the top? How short we gonna go?
I mean, it's pretty dang short right now.
You wanna leave the top and fade the sides?
Yeah.
Try to wear it like messy on top? Your shit is so thick though, bro. This is like as thick as it gets.
I know, it's starting to get hot out too.
You don't want that, bro. We do the 4 normally. You want to do maybe like a 6 or something?
Don't go bald.
Now we ain't going bald. We're doing a bald fade though.
Don't go bald. Do what you do.
All right, I got you. All right, so what I think we're gonna do here, in this case, want to pick up a clipper that could get through this bulk pretty easy. We're gonna go with the number 5 here on top, and we're gonna begin our phase 1. So if y'all hang out for the whole haircut, we're gonna go through all 6 phases. I'll show you guys exactly how we do this, what we do, everything like that. And for those of you guys on YouTube, appreciate you guys for the thumbs up, but we're gonna rock and roll through a full haircut. I'm gonna explain every single step of the way. And shout out to my boy Ethan for coming in here and being cool about me getting on these lives and doing our thing.
I walk in, I see you streaming, I get pumped, dude. I'm excited.
You know what I'm talking about, baby?
I love when you stream it.
What I'm talking
You
about.
streamed the last one too?
Hell yeah.
Or you just been sitting here?
No, I've been streaming and I was waiting.
Oh yeah.
I didn't want to cut the cameras, y'all. I don't want to cut nothing. I want to just keep it rolling.
Keep it going. All day?
I'm gonna try. We'll see how long we can make it.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna do at least you,
If everyone shows up.
and then you know, if people keep joining, people keep jumping in the room. All right, so can you guys hear the crunch? You just hear it eating the hair, just eating the hair. Now, when we have hair like this too, we could use a variety of different products here, but like when it's this thick, I really want to use some of my more powerful tools. So if I go to the saber, you still hear it cutting. And one of the things I live by, guys, especially for those of you guys who are newer to cutting hair, who are, you know, maybe figuring it out a little bit, one thing that I hear all the time from barbers is, all right, I'm starting to understand how to do it, but it's taking me forever. So I'm going to show you guys some ways that we can save some time. And one of the ways we could do that is by following our system, the 6-phase approach. So the next part of the 6-phase approach, we're going to go to a number 2. Hey, yeah, we got that. And you guys can always use the code LIVE67 if you're going to purchase anything from Stylecraft or Gamma. So with this number 2 on, I'm going to close it all the way. And we're going to go up the side of the head here.
That's still your code.
Get rid of that.
7.
Live 67, bro. 67.
Why'd you do it to him, maybe?
Why'd I do it? Had to do it, bro. It's easy to remember.
Let's see if you pop up while I just scroll. You probably will.
Maybe.
I'm subscribed.
Because you guys are, yeah. Also, TikTok be using like location services to let people know.
Oh, you're on TikTok too?
TikTok and YouTube. But go to YouTube. I want to see
This
YouTube.
is YouTube.
Yeah, go to YouTube.
I just be scrolling on YouTube.
Just scroll around till you find yourself in the haircut, you know. Till I find myself on a haircut channel.
Hello?
Okay.
Yeah, it's not there.
So the only reason that I use this number 2 was so that I'm
There you
able to
go.
see the line.
Top of the page.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. Oh, that thing's looking good, bro. Yeah, turn the brightness up. Oh, yeah. We looking clean on that thing. We looking clean on that feed.
Okay, so that's YouTube
I should
channel.
actually swap those 2
Oh,
cameras.
this is TikTok.
That's TikTok, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. I should actually swap those 2 feeds because I didn't realize how the comments were going to get in the way. This is why I got to look at some of this stuff. That's probably why a lot of people are scrolling on YouTube, because these feeds are... I wonder how hard it is to swap these 2 cameras. Let me look real quick.
Probably not very hard.
If I just pop this one off, could actually do that for a little bit. We could use 1 cam. There's no reason to use 2 all the time. You know, you don't want to overuse a good thing. No, we don't want this one. We don't want this one. We want the other one. My bad. Hold up, guys. We're working this out. We'll go this one, and then we'll move this one.
Oh, wait, it didn't even change that.
Now we're talking.
It didn't even change that. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it will. It's
know,
just a little bit of
12
latency here.
Yeah, 12-second delay or something.
Yep, little technical delay. All right, guys, watch this. This is the most powerful trimmer I have in my set. It's going to move through the haircut real quickly, and I'm going to put my line in quickly. So you're not doing that with your run-of-the-mill average trimmer. You're just not going to be able to trust that it's going to get through the hair like that. You guys see how quickly I was able to do that? I realized I spun them on YouTube, so you guys didn't see it all the way. But now I got my line to follow. I can go back in, and I can start to work that out. We're about to do a fresh-ass haircut on my boy right here, right now. And the way we're going to do that is by going through these 6 phases. We live on YouTube and TikTok right now, Cody. Yeah, we doing it, bro. Doing it moving.
See what I sent you?
Nah.
Because I told you, I was like, switch up, if you can flip flop.
Oh, yeah.
Because look, this is how it would come up.
He was
Right.
just talking
I
about that.
just fixed it. I'm only using 1 now. I'm
See
just
how-
going down to 1.
Yeah.
See how it was looking?
Uh-huh.
That's why people weren't staying.
Yeah.
I gotta be careful of that.
That's what it looks like now.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
Hey, I think you can just leave it like that, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Use one camera for now.
No, just like my haircut. You can leave it like that.
Oh, you want to leave it like that?
Yeah, that's pretty chill.
Bro, you want people to think you crazy?
No, that's cool. I like
Hey, for a super chat, for a $500 super chat, we'll leave his haircut. No, 500 ain't even enough.
1,000, we'll take the laser, we'll go straight down the haircut. That's my sign-on bonus right there.
Oh no. All right. So normally I would like to do both sides of the head. I think I'm gonna just stick to one side of the head while I got my camera focused over here. But now you guys can see as I come up to the line, I'm trying to flick up and off as I get towards the top. And we're just gonna bust through this bulk quickly, get it out of our way. Now, as fast as I can move my hand is as fast as this trimmer will move.
Which trimmer is that?
This trimmer is the XC trimmer from Gamma. You guys can check it. It is linked. It is not pinned, but it is linked down below. You guys can check out my showcase on TikTok for it, but also on YouTube. It is also linked down below. And we're gonna use this machine all day long to remove bulk and get people down to the 5.0 length so that I can come back with my shaver and I can bust through with my shaver.
Why does it just say use code live67? It doesn't do your website.
Code Live67 is linked in the description because you're on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, so the links are in the description,
Okay, cool.
and then when they go to the website, they can use the code Live67. But I've been trying to tell everybody who's on YouTube that sometimes the deals are better on TikTok. I saved hella money on TikTok off of a couple of things, and I can't believe that it can be that cheap.
I like that. You can read that. You can read that.
Leave it like that. That's the Andrew Schultz. That's the
you
Andrew
got it.
Schultz
You
haircut,
already
bro.
got it.
Nailed it.
You already found it.
All right, so now we want to look and see how high do we have it from the ear, about a finger. Like I feel like I hit that pretty well. Check it from the front too. Make sure that this part's pretty important, guys. I want to make sure I got this right, and somehow I got it right first try. But a lot of times you got to go back in there, mess with that a little bit.
You
And
read the one wheel to work today?
no, I just been keeping the one wheel around here, you know.
Go around over the Jimmy John's, get some lunch or something.
Got to put my
Jimmy,
cam.
Jimmy P's.
Bang. He said, what trimmer is that? That trimmer was the Exceed. Next, we're going to be using the same shaver that you guys see linked right here for $134, which is a $220 machine.
Yeah, this one.
And we're going to go ahead and you guys are going to hear, his hair is super thick, guys. I mean, it's stupid thick. So what we're going to hear here when we cut with this, you're going to hear the motor power up to meet the resistance. Now, if you look right there, that thing just gets it.
Oh, yeah.
You needed this.
Oh, yeah.
What is this new job, bro?
So, I'm a construction engineering inspector.
Oh, congratulations, bro.
Yes, sir. So, basically, a project all around here, all around Florida.
Construction projects.
Yeah, it is.
What's the name of the company you're working for?
Atkins Relief. So,
Cool.
basically, our client is either SDOT, which is the Florida Department of Transportation, or Clay County,
Oh, shoot.
or individual counties by themselves.
Right.
We oversee the roadways, concrete, asphalt, drainage, stormwater. I'm still getting used to explaining it because I'm, first week, but
Damn.
um,
Sounds like a pretty good job.
it's a pretty good job, yeah. I'm a junior field representative, inspector, whatever.
Speaking of the transportation system in Florida, you notice how many people have been getting on the highway the wrong way and killing people? Happened again last night, bro.
No, it did not.
In Port Charlotte, yeah.
Oh my
This guy
God.
was on the other side of the highway. He swerved into the other side, and he unfortunately killed some people. It's terrible. This keeps happening here, man. I don't know how people don't realize they're on the wrong side of the damn highway, but they're on the wrong side of the
He was
damn
like,
highway.
Oh wow, she was on the news. I want to be on the news. Fucking idiot.
Stupid.
That's just
And that girl who got accused of it,
the left over.
now she got pulled over 2 hours before that, and the cop knew her, she said, and let her go. And then he had her friends come pick up the car, and then her friends did, and then they dropped her back off, and then she got in the car and drove it again, and the rest is history. So it's really like a full-scale disaster. I feel so bad for those people, man. One guy was 96 years old, driving his wife home from the airport, dropped his wife off at the airport, so she wasn't in the car. Yeah, she wasn't in the
I
car.
was wondering why she out at 96 years old.
96 years old out at 4 in the morning. Like, my man was not partying, though. He was just driving to the airport.
Like, man, if you were just thinking, like, yo, if he would have just bothered with Uber,
Terrible.
it would have been an extra 5 minutes.
Yep.
The girl would have got off at the next exit.
I just don't understand how you can get on the highway facing the wrong way and not notice it, regardless of your state of inebriation.
Cars are coming towards you. When you look over to the right,
On both sides.
like,
There's a video of it.
yeah.
All right, we're going to put our first guideline in with our blade that's curved, which is our Echo taper blade.
Oh, okay, good.
You like it like that, bro. You talking crazy. He's talking crazy. We're going to stretch this blend out a little bit in this process. When I get up, I'm going to scoop up and off, and the motion that we're trying to use here is very similar to the way that you would use an eraser if you were using like an eraser to try to erase a pencil line. That's kind of the motion that we want to use here. We don't want to be leaving the head constantly like we're afraid to touch it. We just want to make that motion in the ocean, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what it's all about. It ain't about the size, but the motion in the ocean. That's what they say. Who says that? I don't know. Hit the thumbs up. We're just having fun here, guys. This is a day in the life at the studio, I guess.
Yeah, very much.
So you guys see how I got my guideline pretty consistent all the way around. I want it maybe like a little wider than a finger because I'm using this taper blade and it doesn't cut as close, which is really the advantage of it. So this is the system here. If y'all have any questions about it, we are currently in our phase 4. Phase 1 was removing bulk. Phase 2 would be clipper over comb, which we really didn't need to do because his hair is so short on top. Phase 3 would be cutting the top, which we handled in phase 1. And phase 4 is the blend. So we're already cruising along here to phase 4. And this part's pretty important that we make sure that we match it on both sides. So I want the width of this to be the same width as this. This is really going to help with balance and consistency here.
Oh, you got a full shop right now.
Yeah, bro. Is it mobbed out there?
Yeah.
They mobbing.
How many people you got now? You got 10?
There's 8 of us here now. And we got eight people cutting hair now.
Like more out there.
Yeah, we had to expand, bro. We had to make some expansion efforts here.
You need a second shop for this too.
Right? Well, I mean, dude, you do good business, bro.
Yeah.
You do good business. You treat people right, and
I mean, if you could get
it
that
makes
place,
this shit start to happen, right?
if you can get that place next door, get another 8 people lined up, rip down
Take
the
over the
wall,
restaurant, bro.
Rip down the wall.
That's what we need to do. We need to take over the restaurant.
Dude, rip down the wall.
Hold up, I'm gonna move y'all over just a touch.
That'd be sick. If you rip down the wall in that whole. Oh my goodness. It'd be huge.
Put about 18 barbers in here. It'd be like a factory in here. I gotta get rid of this Live 6-7 scroller. I hate this.
Yeah.
Gotta move this. I'm gonna move it up here. At least it's out of my purview here. That's better. Okay, guys. So the next steps in the haircut, I got a couple of directions I could go. One, I could remove this bottom line if I wanted to. I don't care so much about that because I could do that so easy with the stuff. Second option is I can start to remove this guideline, which is actually what I'm going to do. And the way I like to do that, actually, I'm going to switch over to a blade that's flat, which is my Echo blade that's flat. And that's going to allow this number 1 to get a little bit closer. So always we're going to start with a 2 clicks open. It's 1, 2. And we're going to start rocking and rolling here through our steps. So now I got a really light hand motion. And I'm just kind of letting that clipper come up towards the top of that motion. So the motion in the ocean is kind of like this. Real loose hands. Chill out, bro. Chill out. They're going to think you up to something. Yo, I remember a story at the shop, something like that, right? So this girl was cutting this dude's hair who was kind of weird, right? And he started making that motion under the chair. His hand was going up and down. And he was a little bit creepy, right? And I was actually at the shop when this happened, and I kind of noticed it and made the eyes to her. Like, yo, is this dude really under the cape doing something? And she started to believe it too. Now, I couldn't believe how he was being so forward about the whole thing. Like to be able to do that in the shop, like how you gonna do that? So mid haircut, bro, she yanks the cape off him real quick. And she goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" And yanks this cape off of him. Yo, the man was cleaning his glasses. He was cleaning his glasses. I felt like such a douche because like I had a little bit to do with it. You know, I had a little bit to do with the situation, but there was no situation. So so then I played it like I didn't know. I was like, "What are you doing, girl? Why you treating him like that?" That was my face, but like inside I was like, "Oh my God, I messed up too."
That's so funny.
Hit the thumbs up, y'all. Like a little story time over
I
here.
want to hear. I'm playing with my short strings.
So all right, now we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue refining our blend up here, and we always start with it 2 clicks, right? 1, 2. We're gonna close it all the way and click it back 2, and we're gonna get up in that section up there. Remember when we removed the bulk earlier, we did that with a number 2, and we just talked about this. Any of you guys who've been hanging out for a little while, when we were back here on the board talking about what we were doing back here on this board, I showed you guys the fade scale. So a number 2 closed with a 1.5 open going into it is not going to create any more lines for us, not going to create any issues for us. So we're going to just keep smoothing that out. And as you guys can see, that whole portion of the blend has smoothed out tremendously. There is a bit of residual right here that we'll get with a half guard. Not worried about that at all. We're going to start working on that bottom line. So on the bottom line here, we're going to use our clipper fully closed. And then we're going to start to bump it open little by little. And the reason I like to do this is it saves me a lot of time. So we're going to use just the corner. And this is where we're going to start flicking in. And I want you guys to pay attention to how quickly we can get this line out. This is something you guys ask questions about constantly. So please ask your questions now while I can still demonstrate and explain what I'm doing. But just using the corner to dig into that line a little bit. And that's doing exactly what I wanted to do. You're not creating a huge other line. Now we're going to open it. Just another click. I'm going to repeat that process. And little by little, this entire thing will come right out. You can hear the clipper cutting, hear it making that chip, 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 chip. Once the chip, chip, chip stops or minimizes some, I'm going to go ahead and open it again. These are the best blades in the industry for fading. It just doesn't get any easier than this. As you guys can see, the residual of the half line is now becoming more visible, but the bottom line has coming out for the most part. It's come out.
I love watching it on here. It's so fire.
Yeah, so you can actually see
I can see what you're doing.
the process.
See what you're talking about.
Bro, I feel like you should go to barber school.
Oh, dude, I just got a job, man.
Bro, but you'd make a great barber, dude. I feel like you should go.
I would. I do like talking to people.
Bro,
I know a certain guy who.
I'm telling you, bro, you'd be set. And you know a guy who'll help you along, bro. I'll get you whatever you need, bro. I'll help you come here, hang out. We'll teach you. We'll get you, teach you the ways of the warrior here. And we'll get you cutting some good hair before you know it. All right, so now we're going to get up in here and we're going to clean out that last little bit of residual. But I'm not going to agonize over making it perfect right now. I told you guys we're looking to get 85% done. So we'll close it all the way, click it back too. 85% of the work done. We're not going to agonize over making it perfect yet. We will save that for a little bit later in the process. But as you guys can see, the hair is starting to fade quite well. Now I can hear the blade not cutting anything, so I could chance clicking it down a little bit more. But I don't like to do too much detailing with this blade. You can make mistakes here. That's why I save some of those details for the end.
Ooh.
Chill out. I'm not done over there, bro. Show them the part that's fresh. That nice loose motion. What's up?
You gonna let me get a couple?
Couple what?
Couple strokes?
Yeah. That was weird, bro. I just said my mind went all kind of places when you said that. Yo, we got 9,900 likes on TikTok, but we got 13 on YouTube, man. We've been live for an hour 19, 2 haircuts in. talking
hour
some shit.
19 is usually my haircut by itself.
I'm telling you, bro.
I've been coming up more often though.
You got to, bro. The people want to see you, dude. You're a man of the people, bro. They want to see you. They say, where's Ethan been, bro? He said he went for a job interview. We never found out the end of the story. We didn't know nothing.
Dog, I got the job.
And he got the job. So that's what's up.
Yep.
All right, we got to adjust.
I just been in the office playing, just chilling, doing the new hire stuff.
Let's see here. Let's go to this side fully.
Went to a couple job sites.
A little more. Gotcha. Right there. Swing our light this way a little bit, and I'm going to tip your head back this way. All right, we're going to work the same process, guys. We're going to get that line.
I can't see now.
I know. Sucks, bro. Don't worry, dude. We'll only make one side look good, like all the Instagram barbers. And then that way, you know what I mean? Everybody thinks your haircut is fresh. Because I took a picture on one side. But all right, we're doing the same process here, guys. We're going to close this all the way. Click it 2 back. And we're chipping in there. Great way to spend your Saturday morning with us, man. We appreciate you coming in here, kicking it, supporting us. You know, supporting the live show.
Scroll, get that dopamine going.
Get them dopamine hits in. Hey, but at least if you're on my channel, you're not like looking at some senseless stuff. Like you're actually like maybe learning something. That's kind of my hope of it. You know, I hope that you guys come here and learn and leave better than you came. Leave inspired. You know, want to go and do better work when you get to the shop.
What you got going on? How's the family?
Everything's good, man. We just we had a golf tournament last night. We almost won, lost on the last hole. That sucked.
Yeah.
Today I'm playing golf. Tomorrow I'm playing golf. So it's a good life. Just finished editing a wedding.
My buddy's editing a wedding.
Yeah. I've been working on this wedding edit for like a week or two, and
That sucks.
got it out of my hair yesterday. So now I can double down on my content that I'm trying to do.
My buddy's coming down in 2 weeks, and he said, I don't care, we're going to find time, we're going to go get drunk, smoke some cigars, and play golf.
Attaboy. You fixing to go play some golf, huh?
Yeah, I never played before, though. I think we're going to go to the course right behind my house, Heritage, Arrowhead.
There you go. Wow, that's a good spot. What's up, Joseph?
Is it good there?
Oh, yeah, no, that's all right. I mean, for somebody who's new at golf, dude, that's a fine course.
Yeah.
You couldn't pay me to play there. Personally, no.
Why?
I hate that course.
Why?
I remember my cousin used to be like that too. He used to be like, yo, you can't pay me to play there. And I didn't understand why, but now I do. Because I'm going to check it on my wrist, make sure everything is not too tight. We're going to do the same thing here. Ready? Using that corner, and we're going to start to remove that line. Flicking the motion in the ocean.
That's a good course if I just go there.
Yeah, no, it'll be fine.
It's
It'll
like
be fine, bro.
$75 after 4 p.m.
Yeah, it'll be fine, bro. You'll be
That's
straight.
expensive, dude.
You should go to Valencia.
I got clubs in my garage, too. All my grandpa's stuff.
Hell yeah.
But
Nah, you'll have fun over there, bro. That's where everybody starts going.
Is there a better one I could go to?
Valencia.
Yours?
Yeah, I like Valencia a lot more.
But don't I need a, can I just go there?
No, you can just go there. It's
It's
public. Yeah.
How much?
I don't know. In the afternoon, it might be
you got
50,
the
$60 bucks.
You got the membership, don't you?
Kind of.
They give you a cart?
Yeah, they hook it up, bro.
I'd be like, I know Eddie.
What's up, Cletus?
Oh, I hate you, right? Shut up.
You can't come back here. This VIP only.
VIP bathroom?
That's right. We do overlook the bathroom over here, which ain't the greatest.
We got no more room out there.
I know we don't got no more room out there, so your boy had to retreat into the confines of the back room where we have the studio, which is kind of cool though, because we can control the audio back here a little better, and we can do some really cool haircuts and film them, and I'm loving it, man. I'm loving what we got going on back here as far as that goes. Don't even start. Don't even start. All right, we got the bottom line out, so now we'll go through. We'll do the residual with the half guard. That should clean up most of that, but not all of it. And then we'll move on to our next step, because we're not going to get stuck on any one step for too long here. Then we'll worry about the back. We'll get that all dialed in. Always with the 2 clicks open when we go into this step. And also kind of that loose wrist motion where you're kind of holding things super light. It's almost like when you were little and you took the pencil to make it look like it was rubber.
Tell me what this drawing is right here.
Who knows, bro? I let kids come back here and draw all over this board. So the kids come back here and they can write, whatever they want on the board. I don't care. And then they're all happy when they see it on a live.
Tell if that's a second leg or a third leg.
Who knows? If it's low, it was probably written by like a young kid. So who knows what they had in their mind when they were doing the drawing.
They did 2 of them, so I think it's just 2 legs.
Could be. All right, we got that dialed in pretty good. We'll switch over to the very back here. Go over a little bit. Down a little bit.
My neck.
Sorry, bro. Sorry, he's on my neck.
He's over here
My back.
yanking me, man.
All right, we're going to get out that bottom line here, and then we'll be about done.
All done.
I'm going to go through with it open real quick because I just feel like I've been kind of taking swipes at the back, so I don't know exactly where I'm at. So I just want to make sure I have the space. All right, now we'll go through the way we were. Close it all the way. And you guys are going to watch this line disappear. I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on the head because I know this line's going to be harder to get out. So I'm pushing the skin down so that it goes over top of the clipper a little bit. It allows me to cut like a little bit closer. Little by little. We can push and pull, stretch, and get that thing to come out just like I did. Super easy. Yeah.
You got conventions coming up?
There are some coming up, but I'm not really going to much this year. Yeah.
Focusing on the channel?
Yeah, I'm just trying to focus on getting these lives off the ground, doing as much as I can with TikTok, and that's been my latest focus, man. So and TikTok has been cool because let's just say I've been dumping content on Instagram for like 5 years, and I got maybe 5,000, little over 5,000 followers, right?
Yeah.
On TikTok, I'm almost at 7,000 already, and that's only in 3 months.
Oh, wow.
So the TikTok crowd is definitely, they're definitely messing with it. And my approach on TikTok has been better. It was, before I was just throwing stuff at the wall to see if it sticked, and now I kind of got more of a strategy behind what I'm doing. So I've kind of found some things that work. Just trying to provide education and tips and techniques and stuff like this. And we're gonna grab the half guard now, and we'll repeat this process a little bit right here. Appreciate all of you guys. We're over 10K on a thumbs up. You guys are awesome.
Let's go.
We do appreciate you guys.
TikTok's the way.
And we got 15 thumbs up on YouTube after 2 hours. All y'all gotta do is hit the middle of the screen to make that happen. But I don't know, man. I'm wondering if TikTok knows, or if YouTube knows that I'm live on TikTok. That's curiosity right there, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if hitting both the lives works or not. But my thought was, if I can go live in both places, I can help more people. So ultimately, that's really what the goal is here. So that's what we're gonna do. Pull y'all back a little bit here. A little more. There, we're talking there. So now with the curvature of the scalp, you kind of got to work with it a little bit. I'm hunting down like little dark spots and stuff at this point, but I'm not too worried about too much more here. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to line him up now. So the camera is crooked as hell. Look straight. That was quick. All right, so we decided to leave the top a little bit longer than we normally do, which means that we don't really got to do the edge up quite as deep as we did before. What you looking for?
I'm looking for me, man.
Not you, him. We'll hit them with a little bit of hairspray, and we're gonna line them up. After we're done with the lineup, we'll hit them with some shear over comb
I got a buzz off that.
in this little room. All right, we're gonna hit them with this trimmer right here.
Saber?
Saber. How you know that? He's ready to
Dog, I
start.
watch your videos, dog.
He's ready to start his barber career.
Nah, I just know it's fat on the top, skinny on the bottom.
Hey, most of these guys are gonna walk out of here today with $600-700,
Yeah,
like
I
3
know.
o'clock.
I know.
So it's a good career money wise.
Yeah.
I've been here since 5 a.m. I've already made like 400.
Yeah. That's crazy. People come out early.
Yeah.
Fuck. No walk-ins either.
Nah, I don't do walk-ins no more.
Yeah. Fuck. It's funny when I'm sitting out there, people come walking in.
Hey, Cletus.
I got a question.
What?
Are you live streaming on this little camera out here?
No, not that one.
I can't hear you.
No, not that one.
Can you put it on live so it's on me and I can say stuff?
It's time-lapsing the shop right now.
I'd like you to live stream to all the platforms. Like
Oh, it's time-lapsing?
Yeah, that one out there is time-lapsing.
Oh, you gotta send that to me. That's sick. You gonna post it?
I did one time-lapse this morning. I don't know how long that battery's going to hold up for. But hopefully it holds up for at least the 4 hours. I'm trying to move them around a little bit and find the spots I see in the camera that aren't perfect. You guys can see how this...
Love fucking with you. It's so fun.
Yeah, you motherfucker. Trying to hit a moving target over here.
Oh, man.
All right. Now I'm happy with how I got my lineup going. I'm going to show you guys a real quick, easy way to blend in the beard. Let's just say you didn't know nothing about cutting hair and you wanted to try to learn how to blend in this beard. You take your trimmer and literally we're just going to swat down with this trimmer.
Okay, let me see.
You want to try it?
Yeah, let me see.
Wait, you got to hold it. Look, you got to hold it this
I'm
way.
holding.
Look, I'm going to demonstrate
I
to
love
you.
this close-up. It's cool. Oh,
Yeah. You're gonna, yeah, bro, you got some cool eyes, bro. So just take it. Yep. All right, let's just see how it goes. He's doing it himself. Turn it on. Hit the button.
Hold on, I gotta find
Your finger
my-
is on the button.
I know. I gotta find my track. I'm using the camera.
Fire it up, dude. Whoa, not too much. More like this, look. Loose, bro. You're so fucking tight. There you go. Now pull it down a little more. Pull it down more. Shoot, we don't even got to fade these guys anymore. They're fading themselves. All right, let's see how you did. Hey, that's not bad, guys. That's not bad, bro. He did it.
I tried doing that with my
did it,
clipper.
dude.
I tried doing that with my clipper. I shaved my whole beard off.
Yeah, so if you didn't know how to do it, you can literally just take this and drag it down a little bit, and that will blend out
Dog, like, I was
that little
trying.
section right there.
I was trying to do it, but it wasn't working. It was not working when I was trying to do
You
it.
probably had a ratchet ass clipper.
I'm using my ace.
Oh, your ace is good. Your ace will work.
Yeah, I was trying. It wasn't working.
You got to hold more pressure on it and not be so damn tight. You was holding it tighter than a frog's ass. All right.
Well, then how do I get that part right here?
Well, you got to line it. That's a little different. I'm talking about blending in hair from nothing to whatever length your beard is, you know?
Are we getting wet now?
Yeah, it's about to get, so for the next thing, you guys need about 40 feet of top and a pair of glasses. It's about to get fucking wet in here. When she starts going off like a loose fire hose. All right, y'all. We're going to hit it with the shear over comb. Get y'all up in the spot a little better. The spot where you can see without my tripod falling over. Man, fuck this thing. There we go. That's pretty good.
She's just wobbling a little.
Yeah, she's a little wobbly. All right, so y'all see the area that we got to fix up a little bit.
Yeah, dude. Look like shit.
And we're going to switch my hat around backwards so I don't get my hat
Look like shit.
in here. It looks like shit, dude.
What are you doing here?
I don't know. But we're going to come in here. So the goal is to move the thumb and leave the rest of it still.
Yeah, you got that thumb going.
Gotta have that thumb work.
Sweet.
You see how much better that looks? Like that whole area has just smoothed right out. So it'd be easier if I'm standing over here. Am I in the way of anything? No, I'm not in the way of nothing. Okay.
You cut your beard.
I ain't cutting my beard off though.
Your beard looks a little shorter.
No, I didn't cut it. It's just not blown out today. I didn't get around to getting my beard on point today. I was so busy trying to help out the good people of YouTube and TikTok that I neglected myself.
People come at 5 a.m. to get their haircut.
5 a.m., bro. I got to cut regular customers too. You know, not everybody wants to jump on these lives. So we got to, you know, we got to be respectful of that.
Well, the money's there, but gotta pursue this new career I got.
I like it, bro. You can go to night school. Barber.
Yeah.
3 months.
Yeah.
That's it. 3 months in the state of Florida. The great governor Ron DeSantis lowered the hours for what the requirements are. So the requirements are lower. We're not worried about the rest of this. We're gonna clean up some of this blend. I'll show you guys how to do that. But really, we're just trying to get the top portion dialed in. So on this side, you guys can see. If I comb this down, you guys can see there's a bunch of hair there that ain't functioning the way we want it to. So we're about to make it function and make it lay the way we want it to. We got some bedhead here or something. Your hair like wants to part right there. I don't know what's going on with that. Bro, were you sleeping upside down like a bat? What the hell's going on
I was
here?
like, oh my god, 8:30, I get to sleep in a little today.
I should have told you to be here at 5. You probably thought I was joking.
I would have made it.
You'd have made it?
I would have made it.
Ha.
How's that mannequin work? Does that thing grow more hair?
Nah.
One and done?
One and done.
No way.
Yeah.
You don't got wigs for it?
Actually, I did see a product not too long ago. It was a mannequin that you could pull the hair back out after you cut it. So it would be useful for maybe like shear cutting, but it wasn't very useful for fading because when you cut it too close, it was really hard to get the hair to come back out. All right, y'all see how we got that delay? A lot better. Now we'll hit them with some of the texturizing shears. And any little areas that are not blending out the way we want them to, we'll get them. All right, so now we are just about done with about 87% of the way done. So a couple little of adjustments that we got to make, and we're going to do the rest of our clipper. We're going to take it home with this one here. We'll do the rest of our fade with this. We'll take it home with this. Thank you for following me. Appreciate it. That's the one thing that comes out of doing these lives on TikTok is we do seem to get a lot of people following us because they see we're trying to make an effort to provide some good educational content here. So I just kind of cut down that colic, get that out of the way so it looks good. And now we'll go in here with this. We're going to open this up. Switch over to a brush again. You can see what we're doing a little better. Move you guys over here. And now we'll take the teeth, little corner work. This is where you can really go from a good haircut to a great haircut. This machine right here is very helpful when it comes to that. So when I pick this up, I'm looking more for dark spots than I am for like lines. If I had a line, I would go back to the flat blade. But if I'm just trying to chase around some dark spots in this area, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make sure I got my taper blade in my hand. This would be like the #1 blade I would recommend for somebody who's like a beginner. If you're a beginner and you don't really know too much about cutting hair, you wanna keep yourself kind of safe and not make mistakes, do that. So I see I got a little bit of residual up here in the #1 area. I can clean this up too. And it's just got to do with the head shape too. Sometimes the head shape can throw some shadows around, and you gotta kind of use what you got and pay attention. So like right here, if I put this light up, you can see what's real and what's not. Once I got this light up, I could see a little more clearly what actually needs to be adjusted and what needs to be left alone. There comes a point in time in your haircut where you're going to start doing more damage than good. If you get good at this, you start to recognize when that is. And if you're new at this, I suppose that's probably one of the hardest things to learn. What is actually wrong with your haircut? Where do you actually have to go to fix it? What do you actually need to do? These are things that you need to be able to answer as you get better at cutting hair. Down here, I noticed that my trimmer line could be scratched out a little bit.
That bright is light.
That light is bright.
That bright is light.
I'll show you guys a little trick with the Uno 2.0. If you have an area like this that I'm fighting in, we can actually isolate just a tiny bit of this blade and flick up on that line where it was. Now I know this might not seem like I'm doing much. You guys are looking through the camera, but in my view of what I'm seeing, that really just was exactly what I needed to do.
Yeah, it feels like you're just,
to fix it.
doing nothing.
Yeah, right? Doing nothing. Just milking it, bro. Just milking a couple extra dollars out of the haircut.
A couple extra dollars.
Yeah.
He said that's gonna be $5 more. $5.
Go up here with my 1.5 a little bit. This was the side that was going to need a little bit more attention, and I knew it. I'm applying a little more pressure, trying to get the most out of this blade, and I'm hearing it cut. Now that's what I'm talking about right there. Like, that's what it should look like when we're done with a perfect haircut. That's what it should look like. I'm going to go back to the 1. Push up into this a little bit. And I almost got this perfect. I could see the end of the tunnel here. Now, if this shit started really pissing me off, like let's say that in this case I got it, but let's say that this was really pissing me off and I could not get to it, I couldn't finish it, I would actually move over to the other side for a few minutes, finish off that other side, and then I would come back to this. But a lot of times barbers get so stuck in one little spot and they never finish the haircut. It takes them forever, and they don't get results like this because they've kind of tried to like force it. You don't want to force it. Like, you got to get this right. So on this side, we're gonna have a look around. Let's see if anything can be done with this one guard. Oh, that is softening things up real nicely. Just trying to find different angles to get it in there. He's very curly hair, actually, even though I cut it short. Very curly hair tends to kind of lay down on the scalp a little bit more, and it can cause you a little bit more of a fight in some scenarios. But it can also look like so fresh that people are going to be like, yo, where'd you get your haircut? And then he's going to recommend people to me because his haircut is not an easy haircut to do. You can do the haircut, but like to make it come out like this, it's not easy to do. So we'll go back to the half, hit this a little bit. We got things coming together real deal, Holyfield. That's what I'm talking about. This part that gets me excited, which, you gonna take a swipe? No, hell no, you ain't taking no swipe now. I'm so close to having this thing done. If you fuck it up, then I'm gonna have to go back where all right, we'll jump back over to the open taper. Somebody asked a question here. I bought Wall Seniors. Are they good to buy? I would say if you bought Wall Senior Originals, you bought a clipper that's pretty dang... Get your ass out of here with that. You bought a clipper that's pretty darn old and outdated. They don't have USB-C charging. They have very low runtime, older style rotary motors. Now, if you want something a little bit more updated, you'll look for digital brushless motors like this one here. Special blades that really give you a good sound when you're cutting. Not to say the Wall Senior wasn't a great clipper for the era, it was. But I think now there's so many better options out there. And honestly, if you are new to cutting hair, it'd be pretty hard to overlook this particular clipper right here, because with this curved blade on here, the taper blade on here really just makes this type of stuff easy. As you notice, it's not creating any issues when I'm cutting. It's making very small changes throughout the process, which is really allowing me to get this haircut to look as good as it does. I'll bring y'all TikTok folk in for a close look here at this haircut in just a second. But just cut everything off. Why would I do that? If I was going to cut everything off, I damn sure wouldn't do it now. After doing all this damn work, you want me to cut it all off?
Did all that work, man.
Right. So if you have any residual, usually you can go back to your trimmer a little bit and isolate one corner or the other. And a lot of times this happens if you didn't do a good job between your electric shaver and the trimmer in the first place. I did a pretty good job, so I really don't have much residual there. So if you do, that's a place that you can look and say like, all right, I need to improve this part of my process a little bit.
Already.
Yo.
2 weeks ago, rode a motorcycle to Miami.
Did you?
Rode it there.
How was that?
Fucking terrible.
Oh, it was scary?
Not scary. It's just like, that bike is not good for long trips.
What bike you got? Oh, that, because it's, what cc is it?
It's 700.
Should be fine. You weren't comfortable though?
The seat's not very comfortable. I don't got a windshield either, so bugs are just slapping me in the face.
Bro, you gotta put a face mask on.
And
Were you wearing a helmet?
Oh, of course I had a helmet on.
Full face?
Yeah. I'm just smashing the visor, I should say.
Yeah, oh yeah. No doubt.
Yeah, dude, like, I rode my buddy, he was on his Harley, I know, he was comfy as hell.
He was cruising.
Oh yeah.
He was cruising. He was enjoying the ride.
I got to ride that thing on the highway too, the Harley.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I could ride that thing to Maine.
Well, they're very comfortable.
I could ride that thing to Maine and back.
They're built for that.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, check it out. I'm gonna show you guys that little trimmer trick again. So the problem, we have a line right here, and we want to blend this in, but we only have a trimmer, right? That's all we're gonna use. We're gonna flick down with our trimmer.
It's my job.
But look at that, guys. Look how easy that was to blend that in a little bit. So if you were just a customer who really didn't know much about barbering, anybody could do that. And, you know, if you wanted to line it up, he doesn't really have a whole lot there. But if you wanted to line it up, don't get me wrong, he could grow a pretty decent beard. Like, he can grow a cute beard. Real cute beard.
Cute.
Cute. But you put that upward lilt on the word, that sounds suspect.
It's coming back, don't worry.
Nah.
You know how I am. Every other time I come in, I don't got a beard.
Grow it out. I think you could surpass my beard growth if you just left it alone.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
In time, I think you would.
Yeah. Low key. Low key.
He said, what clipper are those and the blades? I'm new. That clipper is the Rain clipper from Stylecraft, and the blade is called the Echo Taper Blade.
Did you bump the camera? Because all it's doing is my nose.
Camera disappeared. We're back.
It was just in my nose. My nose is so big.
It was just nose?
Yeah, all nose.
All right, so I'm going to bring you guys in for a closer look because I know that the room is throwing some shadows around. So let's have us a look real quick. I'm learning how to flip these cameras around and stuff here, so give me 1 second. It's only my 6th live on TikTok. I don't know why they don't just put the flip the camera. That's our YouTube setup, guys. I don't know why they don't just put the camera flip button right on the front, but they don't. So we'll grab our light and let's have us a look at our haircut. Hey, how's the cut? Smash the thumbs up if y'all like the cut. We'll spin them. Spin them. Now we talking. Now we're talking. We liking the haircut, guys? We liking the haircut or what?
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about. Flip the camera back. Boom. All right, what y'all think about the cut? All right, for the people of YouTube, one more for them. One more for them. We're going to get y'all in here. Wow. Check that out, y'all. Y'all see the cut?
You get some sun, dude.
Hell yeah. Every time you're done with a haircut, you need to get some sun. All right, we're going to hit them with the razor a little bit. We don't got to do a whole lot. We'll use the Millie razor from level 3. Like this razor, it is also in my showcase. But basically, this razor is similar to a feather artist blade, which I used a lot, but those are like $200 and these are like 30, so pretty good price.
You said use a 3 on my eyebrows, right? 3 mil?
You're in millimeters? I usually use a 1/8.
I got 1, 2, or 3.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll use the 3 because you're using a trimmer.
Yeah.
That's why. So the sizing's a little different with a trimmer.
Chilling.
Those of you guys who are asking questions about clippers, just stick around here. When I clean up all my stuff, I'll show you guys a little closer what we're up to. Appreciate you, bro. Say what up, Chad.
What's up? How you doing?
Chad's up in the house. The viewership of the live has declined. At one time, we had 400 people up in here. So things are obviously getting old. So we will probably end the live after we're done with the haircut. Hey, but we did a pretty good live today, guys. We did like, what, 2 hours or so?
Hour 51?
Hour and 51. It'll be about 2 hours by the time I clean up all my tools and answer any questions I have about the tools. Cleaning up them eyebrows. What up, Doc?
You brought eggs today?
Eggs?
Eggs.
There been no eggs? You talking crazy?
A dozen of eggs.
A dozen eggs.
I have no idea.
Hard boil?
I'll be eating them eggs, bro. Eating 12 at a time.
Raw?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, bro. Crack them, take them right down, dude, like a man.
What in the world?
Nah,
Where you get them from? You gotta be
Cody's he's got chickens. So does Johan. He's got chickens too, but his chickens ain't laying no eggs yet. But they've been bringing me the farm fresh ones, and you don't got to put them in the fridge. It's actually pretty cool.
No fridge, huh?
Nah,
That's cool.
unless you wash them. There's some kind of shit to it. I don't really understand it completely, but I'll tell you what, dude, them eggs taste way better than the ones you get from the store.
I bet.
How's the Tesla treating you, dog?
Tesla Liddy.
You liking it?
I'm not driving it much now because I got work cut.
Oh, really?
Yep.
It's a good time to have a Tesla right now, ain't it?
Yeah, bro, I'm talking home.
My gas price for my diesel truck, dude, is $5.50 a gallon. $5.50 a gallon.
Good lord.
He said, "How many capes can you put on a client before they notice?"
What is like 130?
We'll try that. We'll try that one. That's a good one. What's that?
130 to fill it up from then.
I don't know, bro. I've been well. It does get like 30 miles to the gallon, so I've been kind of nursing my gas station trips.
Yeah.
He said, "What shears do you use?" I got a couple of different shears I'll be using. Let me get my camera in the right spot again. One. Well, we in there, huh? We're gonna dial that back a little bit here, so we got a little room here. We'll go all the way back out to like 10 mil. But I'll show you guys all the stuff I'm using right now and give you guys a quick rundown. My man, appreciate you, dog. Take it easy, bro.
Thank
All right,
you.
we'll see you, bro.
I'll see you.
Okay, so somebody was asking me about the type of shears I've been using. I've been actually using Misaki shears. These shears are pretty cool. I like them to be about 6.5 inches. That's where it is. So we hold our shears with the two fingers here. 2 fingers here, right? Just like that. And then we palm them like this.
Every time.
Some people will palm them like this. But he said, I got the new Wall Senior 2020 edition. Well, if it's a Wall Senior, not a Senior 2.0, it's not a bad clipper, bro. It's just not a great clipper. You know, it's not a bad clipper. I'm not going to sit here and say it isn't. But for the time that it came out, it was pretty good. But now I would say nearly everything everything in the industry, including other brands, has pretty much surpassed it. And you'll have a lot easier time fading, in my opinion, using something like this with these ridges on this blade, the Echo blade. It's going to make a shlink, shlink, shlink when you're cutting. You can use the code LIVE67, scoop it up. This is a Sabre 2, probably the best clipper ever made. We'll hit it with the Royal Cap, clean it all up. Stuff smells amazing too, by the way. And there's some other cool benefits to it that I can't really tell you about. But check that out. That's the rain. We use the rain a lot. This is where, if I'm doing designs or anything like that, I'm using the rain. And clean our combs up. Get those put away. Rain clipper, we're gonna clean that up. This is if I'm a beginner, 100%, this is the clipper that I'm using right here. It has the curved blade. It shows, you could see how easy it is to scoop and flick with this. Speed your process up if you're a good, like if you're a barber with a lot of experience, it'll speed your process up. If you're a barber who's new, it'll still speed your process up because you're not gonna make as many mistakes. So this is probably about the best thing going. He says Sabre 2, and what blade? He said put me on. The blade that comes on it. The blade that comes on the Sabre 2 is the Echo. It's the Echo blade, and this is not the Sabre 2. This would be the one I would recommend. If you're new to cutting hair, get this one first. It'll work well with your wall because you'll have your wall has a flat blade on it. You'll be able to get them lower lengths, and this will help you pretty much do everything else. But if you really wanted a serious upgrade, this one right here, the Echo blade, you guys can see that right there. This blade makes that really nice noise when you cut. Yesterday I cut my own hair on TikTok live. It makes it easier because I could hear what I'm doing. I don't have to rely on only seeing what I'm doing the whole time. So that definitely makes it pretty nice. I don't even know when my next client is going to be here, but I assume it's going to be pretty quick. And we want to get everything cleaned and ready for him. And then, like, if you don't want to spend much money, but you want some great performance, this blade right here is also the Echo blade. It comes on the Rebel 2, which is a massive upgrade. A lot of different power, more power with the super carbon motor. It has thicker coils inside. They handle heat better, and they provide more torque at the lower RPM ranges. So this clipper really makes a lot of noise when you cut, like a good noise, and you know exactly where you're at in your haircut at all times. So I use that a lot of times if I have a line that I can't get out or I'm doing some detail work. That's what I'm using. And we're gonna throw a new razor in our holder. He said my budget is tight. I would like to know a good shear to use. I'll make it simple for you, bro. Get yourself something that's at least 6.5 inches long and it's 440 stainless. Beyond that, mostly it's all branding. So it really doesn't matter what shear you use. That might not be what you want to hear, but you're looking for a couple of things. At the pivot point, you want to make sure that this is like a bearing, right? Because the bearing is going to be a lot smoother. And the other thing you want to look for is at least it's 440 stainless. That was the original thing that we looked for. Now they have something called VG10. These are more expensive. They last longer. They hold an edge longer. But you'll just get your sharpened a little bit more. If your budget is tight, that's strongly what I would recommend for you. And we got the powerhouse of my whole system. Really, I debulk every single haircut with this. I do a lot of skin fades, as you guys can see. You guys have been live. We've already done a couple. All day long, I got skin fades, and I got to get the hair off the side of the head quickly, and this is what I use. Those are number one for the clippers, the Sabres, absolutely. Sabre, and it's discounted $40 right now. Normally they're $300. I think they got them up there for like $260. Check them out. They're in the product list. I'm about to end the live here any minute, so if you want to check out the showcase, or you can head over to my channel. I have them on the showcase there. But I think the discounted version is on this one here. And if you guys need a shaver, this shaver right here is kind of hard to beat because this shaver is only $134 and it's normally about a $220 shaver. This right here is the same clipper. I just pinned it for you guys. It's product number 10. And if you guys check that one out, you'll see it's $40 lower in price than it normally is. And hey, I've never made a sale on TikTok yet, so I'm just telling you guys. If you do, I would, I'd be so fucking happy. I'd about jump out of the chair here, but no one ever buys anything, no matter how much it seems to be discounted. But you guys buy all the time on YouTube with my code. So if you feel more comfortable buying it directly from the manufacturer, you guys can go to Stylecraft's website, use the code LIVE67, and purchase it. But I'm telling you right now, some of the discounts that are on YouTube are going to be better than the ones you're going to find on the website, probably. So check them out. Whatever you want to do, one way or the other, it's all good. 10,100 thumbs up on TikTok. Appreciate you guys. 18 on YouTube. I hope we can pick that up. Thoughts on the trimmer, Babyliss Pro Gold FX? It's a good trimmer. It's a good trimmer. I mean, you really don't need to have an extra one, but if I was going to provide it like a recommendation, I would say that trimmer's kind of big. If you get something kind of small, you might find it easier to draw, make lines, and maneuver. And this is probably my favorite one for that, but this is the Rain. The Rain from Stylecraft. I'll put it this way so you guys can see. But it's tiny. I mean, you guys can see the length of my single finger. It just exceeds the length of one finger, about like just this little bit. USB-C charging, super ergonomic, great blade. Everything is awesome. I'm in Naples, Florida, cutting hair at my shop, Uptown Barbershop, and we are about to end the live because we had like 400 people in here at one point. We're down to like less than 20 on both, so I think you guys are getting fatigued, and so am I. But if you keep it locked, you can hit the follow button, subscribe. We will be here doing our thing. We will be here doing this a lot. We're gonna go live both on YouTube and TikTok regularly. So hope you guys do follow the channel and we make it happen, because I really want to do some great content for you guys. That camera died. I was trying to get that other camera going. This camera's probably about to die too. So all right, y'all, this has been a 2-hour and 2-minute live. We appreciate all of you guys for joining us, supporting us, and everything like that. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace to the people on TikToks. I'm out of here. We'll see you. We had nobody buy nothing. 21,000 impressions, 6.4 thousand views on TikTok. That's great. Very happy with that. And we will catch you guys in the next one when we get out of here. What do you say? He said, tell Stylecraft they need an all-white shaver. I agree. It's not a bad idea.